Have you always wondered how color works in UI UX design, or you want to know the basics of colors in UI UX design? Now, this is the right video for you. Whether you're a beginner or a professional, you need to know the basics of color in general. You need to know the basics of color theory, color principles. How do you combine colors? So without further ado, let's get straight to the video. So before we dive into the nitty-gritty of color theory, we should know that colors are non-verbal communication that evoke emotions to convey meaning and to actually direct users' attention. That is, if you want a user to actually focus on a certain stuff, that's why we use some certain colors for some certain buttons. That's why we use colors to enhance CTAs, to direct their attention to a specific object. As well, we're also having three forms of colors. We are having the hue. Now, the hue is actually our basic colors like red, green, and yellow. Those are our basic colors. And then we're also having the saturation. That is saturation in the sense that the intensity or the lightness of that is a particular color. We're also having the third one, which is the value. That is the lightness or the darkness of a particular color. That's why we are going to be having light blue, sky blue, deep blue, and then the rest. So we need these three values to actually classify our color. The second thing that we are looking at here is the color harmony. That is, how do you combine colors? How do you combine 2 to 3 colors to create an appealing design, a visual appealing design? So we are having the color harmony principles. Number one is the monochromatic color. Now, monochromatic color is having the same shade to a particular color. That is, you can have different shades to that particular color. You make it lighter, you make it darker. That's what we mean by monochromatic color. So the second thing that we're having is the analogous color. That is using the colors next to each other on the color wheel. Now the third one here is the complementary color. That is using colors that are opposite each other on the color wheel. So we're also having the fourth color, which is using the three colors that are equally spaced on the color wheel. Using the three colors that are equally spaced on the color wheel. So the combination of all of this color will allow you to create a visually appealing design. So the third thing on this table is actually color psychology. Now, like I said earlier, colors are actually a non-verbal communication that evokes emotion. That is, there's a certain emotion that actually backs up a certain color that you use. E.g. black. Now, black means dominance and then power. Red means urgency, and all of these colors actually combine of different emotions. Knowing the emotions that backs up each colors. Colors can be used to pass across an information. It evokes an emotion. Now, red means urgency. Red means stop. We've all been seeing this in the traffic lights. And many more emotions backs up the color red. We're also having the color orange. That is, it speaks of being warm, being playful, being excited. That's what orange means. So we're also having the yellow, happiness, optimism. So we're also having the blue. It signifies trust and loyalty. Green, that signifies nature, growth, and harmony. All of these colors are having something to do with each other. It actually evokes emotion when it comes to passing of message to your users. It actually evokes an emotion. So if you are being given a project now, you need to research about the colors that actually goes in line with the brand goal, the brand objective, so that you can be able to know the right color to choose for that certain brand. And as well, you can also get colors from working with brand identity designers. You know, you're a UI UX designer. It's not every time that you'll be the one to pick a color for a brand. You know, you are going to go through the brand identity of a brand to know the actual color that they are using for their product. So that way is going to help you to know the colors to use for that certain problem. So what is left to you is just to maximize how you actually use that certain color given to you. You know, there are ways that you combine colors using all of the theories that was stated earlier on during color harmony, and then you can be able to optimize colors using whatever template that has been given to you. So we're also having the color system in UI UX design. Now this will help you to actually know the colors to use throughout the whole project you are working on. You know, being able to know the color system to use is actually very, very important. You need to know the color system that we're having. The basic color system are into 4 places. Number 1 is the primary colors. Now primary colors are the colors being used consistently on a certain project. Number 2 is the secondary color, that is the color that you use in supporting the primary colors. You know, secondary colors are colors that you probably are using white and black for your primary colors. You know, secondary colors can come in handful when it comes to CTAs. You know, you want to actually impute a certain color to actually differentiate or to make an hierarchy effect, you know, to differentiate a certain content from a certain content, to direct the visual looking, you know, is going to help you to actually combine or to help the primary colors. The third one is the background color, that is the colors that you use for your backgrounds. The colors that you use for your backgrounds. And then the accent color, that is the type of color that you use in actually drawing attention to a particular object on your design. So now my personal ways that I use in selecting my colors, I've mentioned one before, that is I like to use monochromatic colors. You know, instead of focusing on bringing in too many colors on your design, you can just use a shade of a color and then you design a whole interface with it. You know, it is far much easier for you to actually come up with a good design using different shades of a certain color. You know, it doesn't call, or if you want to combine multiple colors, monochromatic ways are actually a way that you can also use in combining colors. You know, so at the same time I will be dropping a link or the name of the plugin I use in Figma to actually create my own monochromatic colors, that is the shades of a single color. You know, I will be dropping the link on the video description. So that's it for today's video. I hope you're able to learn something reasonable, something usable on your next project. Now remember, colors are actually something I use in passing out emotion. With colors you can be able to create a better UI design, you know, to actually create an effective design. So thank you for watching today's video, and I see you on the next one. Peace out.